Welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about pigeon racing. I feel like that's been a big topic lately around here in the comments and in other videos we've watched.
Where did we initially hear of pigeon racing?
I think it all started with the Victoria Cross video.
Oh, yeah.
I think we learned about it initially on there, and we were like, what? This is a thing? Yeah. Well, I guess it wasn't pigeon racing in that video. It was more about the delivering of messages.
Then we did a Two Ronnies video where one of the skits were about
racing ducks.
But it was talking about racing pigeons. But today's video is actually why racing pigeons are so expensive. So expensive. So we do know nothing about pigeon racing.
Except for the little bit you guys have shared in the comments. That apparently it's a thing in the U.S. too, but I didn't know that.
I've literally, up until recently, never heard of it. So I do know that back in the day, carrier pigeons somehow actually carried mail, basically, from one area to another.
Or delivered messages, like we were talking about with the Victoria Cross thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And we have seen a little bit of explanation in the comments about that, but it's really hard to wrap my head around how that worked. Obviously, these birds must be much smarter than we give them credit for.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I don't really have any experience with pigeons at all. I don't even know when the last time I've seen a pigeon in the wild.
And apparently they're extremely fast.
Well, I'm guessing to do racing, they have to be fast. But a couple of questions right off the bat I have going into this that I don't know if this video is going to answer. And if they don't, maybe somebody could chime in the comments. Like, when they race, are they racing, 100 yards? Or are they racing 5 miles? Or are they racing 50 miles?
I think it's
long distance. I do too.
Yeah.
I think it's long distance, but I'm not 100% certain.
Guess we'll find out.
Anyways, guys, enough rambling. Let's go and jump in here and check out racing pigeons. Wow.
Racing pigeons aren't the typical bird you'll find on the city streets.
There's so many.
These birds can sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Wait.
In March 2019, Armando, the racing pigeon, sold to a bidder in China for over 1.4 million.
Why?
1.4 million. And hundreds of thousands of dollars is normal.
On average, yeah. Why?
Okay, Lindsay, I think we see a business we need to get into. I think we need to raise pigeons. Obviously, these are probably bred to be fast, I guess, or something. I guess you can't just go and get
their
pigeons.
wingspan.
Yeah.
So what is it that makes racing pigeons so expensive?
Yes, that's the question.
Pigeons are some of the oldest domesticated birds. They've been kept for thousands of years and used for food, sending messages, and entertainment. They're appreciated not only for their speed, but for their looks too. And there are over 800 breeds of pigeon.
Wow.
What?
Many bred specifically to be exhibited at shows.
Wait, so you know what? I don't really know a lot about birds.
Yeah, me either, but I've literally only seen one type of pigeon.
Well,
and that was like the gray ones you see like in
I was going to say, I don't even know if I've ever seen a pigeon in
real life. No, I haven't, but in the movie.
You've literally never seen a pigeon in real life? You know that for a fact?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Like, that's the thing. I don't know if I have, but if I have, I could not point it out.
Maybe possibly like when I was younger and I went to Boston, I might have seen them. But I don't.
Where are they located generally?
I don't know.
Are they
parks?
Yeah, but are they coastal birds or are they
I feel like
more
they're
inland?
more city. Like they're the city type.
They're city slickers? Oh, okay.
That's crazy though. Look at all of them.
Yeah, that's
Messenger
crazy.
pigeons were used across ancient Egypt and Rome, and their high value isn't new. In his book, Natural History, the Roman author Pliny the Elder wrote that many persons have quite a mania for pigeons, building towns for them on top of their roofs.
Wait, what?
And taking pleasure in relating the pedigree and the noble origin of each.
That's
and in
wild.
about 50 BC, a single pair of pigeons was sold for 400 denarii, almost twice the annual pay of a Roman foot soldier at the time.
Holy.
And right up until the invention of the telegraph in 1844, homing pigeons remained the fastest way to send messages across long distances.
How?
The birds could fly 1,000 miles and reach 90 miles per hour over shorter distances.
Oh my gosh!
They even played a big part in the Olympics.
Yeah, guys, I'm sorry to pause this so much. That is mind-blowing. 1,000 miles, 90 miles per hour.
That How is that possible?
That is incredible. So are they literally saying they could take a message 1,000 miles away? Is that what they're saying?
So, yeah.
How do they know where to go?
You have to take them.
I know. I saw that.
Take them ahead of time.
Right. That I get that, but because that's the only thing that makes sense, right? But like, how do they remember if you take them so far away? How do they remember where? That's crazy.
Thousands of pigeons were used in the First World War alone, and submarines, minesweepers, and tanks often carried pigeons on board to send urgent messages back to base.
Wow.
Their role in the war wasn't limited to delivering messages.
There's so many.
In 1907, Julius Neubrunner, a German pharmacist who used the birds to deliver medicine, invented a miniature pigeon camera. And this camera was used briefly in the war for aerial reconnaissance.
My goodness, that is amazing.
They were drones before drones existed.
That is pretty cool.
That's really cool.
This is adorable. I don't know why this is so cute, but it is.
These days, you won't see many pigeons delivering messages, but the birds are still used in races across the world.
New York.
Our birds are like pedigree dogs and cats. My father's got, we have the same family of birds for the last 40, 50 years. From, generation to generation, great-grandchildren.
Oh my goodness.
My father had 40, 50 years ago.
This is adorable.
Come on, Annie. Get inside, Annie. Come on. I got one in here I call Anne-Marie after my wife. When I was racing her, she used to follow me all over the roof. Come on, girl. Get inside. Come on. Come on. Be a good girl. Listen to me. Get inside.
Wow, look at that coop.
It was a simple thing to have down the garden. It was a way of racing. They used to gamble on them. Whereas if you had horses, took up room, was a lot more involved. You only needed a very small garden, a tiny loft, and you could raise pigeons. Anything else, you couldn't do it. And
wow.
That's why it became so popular.
They're like legit pets.
Yeah, they're just so docile. I didn't know.
After the war, the sport became a pastime of the working class and affordable to many. But in recent years, it's transformed. Its rising popularity in China and the huge surge in wealth there has led people to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars in the birds. And the prize money for winning some of these races can be equally high. Chinese bidders have spent millions of dollars on pigeons over the last few years, often buying them in from Belgium.
Bolt, Golden Prince,
and Armando's
Nadine
value rose to 1.4 million only because of a bidding war between two wealthy Chinese buyers. Despite reaching this record price, the bird is likely to never race again, and instead be used for breeding.
Oh.
While the number of British pigeon fanciers has fallen from 60,000 in 1990 to about 21,000 today, there are now 100,000 fanciers in Beijing. Taiwan alone has 500,000 fanciers, and these numbers are rising. The sport is even rapidly growing in Iraq, where a pigeon recently sold for $93,000.
Wow.
This recent surge in value has caused problems. In 2018, two men tried to win the prize money at a pigeon race by smuggling their birds on a bullet train. And in Taiwan, 5 members of an organized criminal ring were arrested for kidnapping valuable racing pigeons and holding them at ransom. This new expensive world of pigeon racing across Asia has changed the reputation of the sport.
Wow.
And for those with the money to buy the prize winners, these birds are a status symbol. But for those who've been doing it for years, it's not about the money, but the dedication and love of the sport.
And nobody can really tell what's going to breed a perfect pigeon. You could pay a fortune for a pigeon. I think there's one been sold in China. The chances are it may never breed a decent pigeon. Who knows? Where you could buy 2 pigeons for £10 each, they hit on, and they could breed you winner after winner. That's what makes it so fascinating.
I mean, I had one bird, my
That's
Hall
a
of
pretty
Fame
bird.
hen.
Yeah, it is.
She flew 1,000 miles in 3 weeks. I put her in a 200, a 250, and a 500. The best race I ever won was the 500-mile race with my Hall of Fame hen. She come home 9:15 at night in the dark like a bat. I'm waiting, and
Queen
all I
of New
heard
York.
was the whisper of the wind. Boom, she hit the coop. I jumped out of my shoes.
Aww. It's like it really is like pets. It's crazy.
And look, see her picking me? She's pecking me. What's the matter, girl? What? You love daddy, huh?
Wow.
That is, I don't know, it's so sweet. I love it.
This is totally different from what I was expecting, honestly.
Me too. And it didn't really go into so much as how they're racing.
Yeah.
But why they're so expensive, I guess.
Yeah. And I can see why.
Wow.
They say the prize money for some of these races are just as expensive as these very expensive pigeons. But I agree with the other guy. I would take two $10 pigeons and just mate them, and they would create babies, and maybe one of those babies would end up actually
possibly
doing really well.
But you wouldn't be out any money, really. So
yeah, what a business to get into, honestly, if you like this sort of thing. Now, he kept on saying pigeon fancier. Mm-hmm. I'm guessing that doesn't just mean people that like pigeons or maybe like to race them. It means the people that probably raise them and actually are serious about it.
Yeah, like breed them. Or something.
That's what I'm thinking they mean by pigeon fancier. But I had no idea they were like this smart. I
didn't either, and so domesticated. I didn't realize they were just
so like
any pet, really.
I don't really know a ton about pigeons, obviously, but based off of what I've seen here, I can't help but in the dog world they remind me of beagles.
Aw, yeah.
Because you know how the beagle seems
really
to be
loyal and sweet.
Loyal, docile, and all that, and based off of this, that's what the pigeon seems to be.
Yeah, I like it.
I do too.
I can see the appeal.
Yeah.
I'm not really a bird person.
Me either.
Like, I've never wanted to own a bird. Mm-hmm. But this, I don't know, it's just adorable.
Yeah.
I love it.
Could you imagine a pigeon flying around here?
Not in my house.
No.
I don't want bird poop everywhere.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. But they do. They look like they'd be good pets. Let us know in the comments, guys, not only if you've ever raced pigeons or if you've ever been a part of that world, but also if you've ever just had one as a pet. Mm-hmm. Or, honestly, if you literally had any actual experience with a pigeon, like holding it and whatnot. Is it really as docile and smart and loyal as these seem to be?
I mean, wild ones probably aren't. Like,
I wonder if you went out in the wild and you fed one for a while, how
easy it would be to get it to warm up to you and like chill with you.
Because like for example, if you go out to you feed a stray cat or a stray dog, at first it might be skittish, but in a relatively quick period of time, you can. Most of them,
usually,
you can get it to be semi-warm around you and to consider you like, a friend or whatever. I'm curious.
Source.
Yeah. True. But I'm curious if it's the same thing with a pigeon. Will they look at you the same way? If you start feeding a wild pigeon, will you be able to domesticate it?
I don't know.
Or to have a domesticated pigeon, does it have to be born into domestication?
Yeah, in that line or something.
I don't really know. So anyways, guys, let us know what you think. Yes, I'm intrigued as well. I'm not sure what else we should check out on this. Maybe something. Maybe we should check out something else on pigeons at some point.
Racing,
yeah. But I see now why they're so expensive, though.
Yeah, I can see that.
But anyways, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Please click that like button. Feel free to drop your comments or suggestions about this video or others. And don't forget to subscribe to continue to follow us on our journey. Until next time, guys, peace.
Bye.